Hey guys, what's up? Light here. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be playing the Chieftain Mk, as you can see. Probably my favorite heavy tank in the game. Just because it's so versatile in many ways. You can play hold down, you can move quick enough to help your mediums, you can be super flexible in this tank. It has very great hash pen. I mean, not as great as the FV215B, but that tank is just something else. We'll get to that maybe in a future video. But honestly, I mean, it can do almost everything except for bounce on flat ground. But if you get this tank in really good positions, you do have the ability to bounce a lot of shots. So let's get right into it and let's see how it plays. In my opinion, it's probably one of the stronger heavy tanks. I would say the only thing that counters this tank would be a FV215B or anything that would have, let's say, a lot of armor, not like a IS-4 or anything like that, but maybe something like a mouse or a VK72. I would say a VK72 a little bit more just because it can fire back pretty good shots at the Chieftain right back at it. So yeah, I mean, those are probably the couple to few tanks that I'd say like that you would probably struggle against in these matches, but that's pretty much it, to be honest. Everything else, I mean, it'll be pretty much cake to get through, honestly. I don't see anything stopping this. Alright, so here, my auto aim just, like, ever since I started playing with auto aim, it just, I mean, those are the shots that are hard to really focus and try to hit. So I just took it off here just for a couple seconds so I can get clear shots, and like, because there's 3 to 4 tanks jammed in one like line of sight, so sometimes it doesn't know how to focus on one tank. So I just took it off. I got the shot on the T95 and I think I put it back on. Yeah, I put it back on here already. So since I was playing like more lights and mediums, I wanted to try the auto aim out. It's not bad. I mean, I still do prefer no auto aim, but I just like playing with auto aim because you don't have to put too much effort in like you did with no auto aim. So I can play with both, but I just prefer being lazy with the auto aim. So yeah, let's get out of here. I mean, I was focused on the left side until these tanks were playing very passive and they were holding a lot, so I just decided to rotate out. I saw the 268 last second, and I was able to dodge a shot there, put a nice shot there on the right side of the tank. And I'm just gonna go to work here, help my Vickers out and my TD, my 704. So we got the shot in the E6. As you can see, the hash pen, I mean, it's really nice on the back of the turret of the E6, and then I'm gonna get one here, and then I'll leave it to the Vickers to finish off. And I'm just going to turn around and go back and see if I can salvage some farm for myself, because I've been all over this game, honestly. I went to the left, I went all the way to the right. I mean, as I said at the start of the video, it's pretty flexible. You can move around the map, and it's a really good tank to just farm damage because you're so mobile and you can use your hash. So it's a very versatile tank, that, like I said. I want to see if I can get some shots in this 183. I'm going to try to cut him off. But then I remember there's also a T95. So let's see if I can also kill him here and get all the damage for myself. But I'm not sure. So I see the 183. As soon as I see him, I pop the reactive and I try to like not be his frontal. And he hits me for 680. So that reactive armor is absolutely crazy. So I just get the hash pen in the T95. And then I back around here so nobody else can get the farm but me. And yeah, we got the kill there, so I'll take a few kills, eliminations, I'd say. And yeah, I'll take the first game. In this, I think you're going to see a 7K game. Yeah, you are at the end. It should be the very last game. You're going to see a 7K game in this. This thing's potential to farm is insane when you're firing a lot of hash and penning them like in a game. So it's a very cool thing to see. Once you get there. So would I prefer the 215B or the Chieftain? Personally, I know that the 215B is a better tank, but for me, in terms of comfortability and what I like to run and use, I would prefer the Chieftain Mk. It just feels better in my hands. I never really got used to the 215B. In pubs, that is. I mean, in tournaments is a different story. I mean, but in like against like regular players and stuff like that, I do prefer the Chieftain Mk. Because, I mean, you're not going to see a lot of 215Bs against you. As you can see, or as you will see in most of these battles, you're not going to see a lot of 215Bs against me, and that's where this tank thrives. So I'm probably going to push the D side here and see what I can spot hold down. I don't see anything here early, so I just keep going. I just advance, and they flashed A, so I mean, it just gives me a little bit more opportunity and wiggle room to see if I can push the tempo on this right side and see if I can get these tanks out of position. So the 6-8's over here, I put a shot on him. He's aiming for the cupola, which is a weak point of the Chieftain, I might add, but so that's the only thing you kind of want to be careful with. People with good aim will permanently hit that, so you don't have to be too careful, because a lot of people don't you know, possess that shot ability, but you can definitely get permapen by any decent player in the game. Here I was just testing out the hash pen. I run rammer on it, as you saw earlier with the equipment, and you're not gonna pen anything frontally like a 215B. So I was just making sure, and I was just checking it out, and I'm just here hold down and seeing if I can get any more shots before I move out. And yeah, since the entire team is already on the left hand side of the map, I'm going to put a shot in this Yo, and I'm just going to book it in and just see if I can push these guys with my team and just end the game rather quickly. I do want to hesh on one of these, but the Chieftain already moved out, and I'm glad the 183 missed, so I can actually put a hesh here. So I get the hesh, and the E5 finishes him off. I'm going to put a shot here in the 183 as he's not paying attention, and I'm going to see if I can go hold down here and take the E5 spot since he's pretty low. So I don't quite have the gun depression here to shoot the Chieftain, so I just kill the waffle here on the left, and I make my job a little easier to peek. So I'm going to go ahead and eliminate this 183, and it's fine if the Chieftain shoots me. The game's pretty much over, so I don't really care about losing damage. I go for the snapshot here, it really wasn't well aimed, so we get the elimination here on this AMX now, and that's game. Second game in the books, another 3 kills, so 6 eliminations in 2 games. I'll take it. It's a good elimination ratio. Again, I'm not sure if I believe the Chieftain does have PBR model, but I don't run my game on like the highest settings, so sorry if you're into watching Blitz with max settings and PBR maps and all that stuff. It's just my settings, and I just feel comfortable with them. Like no HD models, what else? Oh, and like medium settings are fine with me. My iPad can run them, it's just, again, it just feels smoother without all that smoke in the air when you shoot and low effects. It just feels much better for me. I forgot who I had that conversation with. I think Elmery. Yeah, Elmery was the one that put me on. He was the one that told me about it, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll try it out. Because I never played with the highest settings. But then he's like, I got one even better for you. No HD, bro. No HD. And I was like, okay. And then I tried it out, and like, you would think it's like dumb, but honestly, it does make a very, very slight difference. So here on Naval, I do love taking, again, anything that's hold down. So I get a really good shot in the cron as I outspeed him to this cap, this A cap, and I want to see if I can get some shots here hold down now. So I'm going to aim a shot in the cupola. I hit it in the cron, and he's gonna have to over peek to shoot me unless he has good aim for my cupola, and as you see, he clearly doesn't. So he's over peeking on my tank on the left, the other cron. So I was able to put another shot in. I bounced the whole re here, and he decides to go down and push me. I put a nice shot in the E100, and then the waffle also shoots me. So he's the only one that's penned out of all the 3 that I've tried so far. So I'm gonna try to book it and make my way safer to the A side since they're wrapping around our left. And I'm looking on the minimap, it's only 3 of us, so we're gonna get outnumbered soon if they just decide to full YOLO us. And the cron is actually getting our right side, so we're gonna be in a really bad predicament here and in a crossfire. So I'm gonna see if I can potentially maybe relieve us of some pressure on the left, but I doubt it. So I put a shot on the E75. He doesn't have the high alpha gun, so now that the E100 shot, I'm gonna make my way up here to this hill because the only other person that can shoot me right now is the E75. So I'll take that any day of the week, and I just want to get safe and worry about my positioning here so I can be able to escape, because I know they're focusing my cron and he's gonna die soon, and I just want to be safe and I want to farm out the rest of the game. So let's see if I can do that. So I put a shot in the E75. I would love to finish this guy, but I can't without getting punished for it. So I just get the heck out of here, and I'm just gonna go for B cap, see if I can get us a cap. Since the game is pretty much tied in terms of kills, I'm gonna try to put the pressure on the enemy team, and I'm gonna see if I can just stay in this cap. I wanted to shoot the whole re, but I wasn't in the best position with my tank because I was essentially just reverse peeking him, so it's not the way you wanna peek on the Chieftain. So the whole re dies. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go back to A because I want some farm. And let's see if I can work this A cap out. So I shoot the E100 on the move on the way. I wanted the E75 kill, but he didn't give it to me. So I just took whatever was available, and it was the E100 shot. And so I'm going to make my way onto A cap like I said, and let's see if it's going to work out for me. So as I'm going up, the E100 notices, obviously because I'm spotted. So I shoot the 268 really quick since he was looking at me. And then I'm just going to pop my reactive here. And I'm going to start trading with this guy. I was going to start corner peeking him, but the 268 decides to help him out, which is a better play for his team. And so, as you see, the pen isn't great, especially against an E100. Frontally with premium AP, I could not pen him for the life of me. And so I just pen a regular AP, and then I just hope for the low roll there, but he had a pretty good high roll on me, the 268. So my game's over, and I think I made the correct decisions in terms of just running away and making sure that I wasn't dead there, and when they focused my cron and stuff. And obviously, as you see, we're winning because I capped the B cap, but I don't know, man. I could have just not have challenged that E100 because I know the pen isn't that great on the Chieftain, so I should have probably just backed away and just let them come to me. That would probably be my only nitpick of this game, is just play a little safer towards the end game. We won the game either way, but it just would have been an easier win, and I would have probably had a little bit more damage. But yeah, I mean, there's not much you could say about a pretty solid game. 4.5k a kill, so that's what, seven eliminations in 3 games. It's not too bad. I feel like a lot of people make mistakes in terms of staying in their position a lot and aren't really aware of when to run. And you just, honestly, it takes practice. I mean, like, you have to, first off, play with audio, because you have to hear when tanks shoot so you can be safer to cross to a position to get away and stuff. So the E100 shot there, I was able to get away free. I knew the only person that could shoot me was E75, So if you're not playing with audio, then I recommend like putting some headphones in, or at least turning the volume up if you don't have headphones, just a tad bit, just to hear when tanks shoot and stuff if you're in a tight predicament. So here in Rockfield, again, I always take the best hold down spots, or like If it's a general medium side, I'll try to take it as well. So here I put a track shot in the 268 version 4, and I'm not going to peek again just because they could be preempted in front of me on the left hand side of the other bush. So I'm waiting to see if he gets out of here. And I'm looking at the minimap. Our team's pretty split. We have, I think, one heavy's AFK and the other one's going to A. Or actually, no, I'm looking at it now and they're both going to A. So we're split here, and if I didn't go for that blind shot, I would have had the 6.8 version 4. But I mean, I always go for blind shots, so... So let's get a shot here in the 140. Again, I was checking my hash pen, as I don't play this tank a lot in pubs. So I was just seeing what I was working with Rammer. Again, I just put a shot in here before he's able to leave the corner. And I'm in a crossfire with the 907, but it looks like he's not even paying attention to me, so I'm gonna put a hash pen here just before he gets safe behind his VZ. And the VZ doesn't have time to look at me, so I'm just gonna get the free kill here. I'm gonna try to start farming the grill and the TP in front of me, so let's load the hash here. And 410. I think it's a better trade-off than just firing AP, just because that extra 10 damage, I'd take it any day of the week. You never know how you're going to roll with AP with the standard 400 alpha gun. I feel like if they made this gun to 420, I think it'll be broken. In fact, I honestly don't know what the alpha is. So I got a nice shot on the move for the 907, and he's pretty much a 2-shot for me, so I can pick him up with the 6.8 version 4 if I decide to keep pushing. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to pick up this grill, but he gets shot, but I still decide to kill him because I mean, it's not a bother for me. I'm on the move, it's not gonna cost anything, and I'll be reloaded by here. So I wanted to shoot the 6.8 version 4, but the pen wasn't as good as I thought, so I thought I was gonna have a more clear shot on the roof or like the hatch. And I put a nice shot in the 907 as he tries to run away. And again, like, towards these later games, you just gotta book it. I mean, you want damage, you just gotta keep going non-stop. So as you see, like towards the end of the games, I'm not sitting in the back, I'm just ready to put out some damage. So another solid win. I think I've been at a 66% with 99.99, so I've been trying to get to 67. I think I did reach 67 and then drop down, but yeah, it's just it's all I've been doing lately, just platooning, so it's been hard to really get some of these gameplays out. And I recorded this gameplay I think a couple days ago, or maybe a few days ago. It's just I didn't have the time to commentate on it, and it's hard to commentate on the spot as I'm playing because I can't do it on the same device, because on my iPad I don't think I have like the best headphones for it. I only have like Bluetooth headphones for the iPad, and essentially it's probably really bad to record like in the open mic while holding it and playing, because it's going to be really scuffed, the audio that is. Dynasty Pro, I like taking this side, hold down. Again, any side that has any good terrain that you can play hold down, like any hills or any sort of hard objects, I'd definitely love to play. So I see the Sheridan. I'm not sure if he's going to try to take the staircases and shoot one of us, but I see him going to A, so I just keep going to apply that early pressure. So I'm going to shoot the Cobra once so the 95 E6 can finish him off. And I'm just going to continue riding a town through the middle, since that's where I'm going to have the most cover. If you're ever going to play aggressive at the start of a game or anywhere, any time of the game, you definitely want to do it where your tanks have line of sight on you. So that's what I did, and I'm going to push the far left here as most of your tanks are based on the right. I think the Conqueror hit a nice shot on me, so kudos to him. That was actually a really good shot. I'm going to put a shot in the Chieftain here. And if you're in a 215B, the Chieftain is so weak to you. Like on flat ground, or if you're looking down, up, it doesn't matter what angle you have on the Chieftain. You can just pen the hole. You can pen the sides pretty easy at an angle. The hatch, I mean, if I was in a 215B, I think it'd be a different story if I saw Chieftains. It wouldn't be a long, drawn-out fight. But back to topic here. I get the kill on the Chieftain, and I'm gonna pop. Well, I already popped my reactive, and then I got shot by the Sheridan, so it wasn't as hard as it could have been. And I was expecting to get shot more times by the Chieftain because I thought he was gonna peek out a little bit more intelligently and work with the Kron, but I'll take it. I was able to eliminate him, and then the Kron, and then this Conqueror with HE. So I'm on like a little kill streak here. So I'm putting some shots in the IS-4, and I was marching towards him at an angle so he can maybe get a track miss pen, and he does just that. I'm gonna try it again, but I was waiting better on the shot instead of trying to bounce, and I'm just gonna pick up the kill on this IS-4, and I'm gonna go hesh this Sheridan. It feels like I've been firing on reload this entire game, so this was probably my favorite game from the gameplay because it was just clean, it was simple, it showed pretty much everything that the Chieftain has, which is the accuracy, the mobility, the reactive armor, the ability to get a bounce here and there. Of course, they're all RNG. I mean, if you're a good player, you're not going to bounce against the Chieftain. But yeah, I mean, it showed everything that the Chieftain needed to do, and then a little bit at the end with the hesh on the Sheridan. So it just showed how complete of a tank the Chieftain is. It can do a lot of things, and it has a lot of things to offer. So if it's ever in the shop like it is now, I believe, I think it's in some British containers, I would recommend picking it up if you already have the gold in your account, or if you just need to get a little bit more. But if it was like a fresh start, I wouldn't, just due to the fact that the British containers, I think, are RNG dependent because they have so many other British tanks, so it's not a guarantee to get the Chieftain. I think they had the Chieftain though on offer some weeks ago, so if you missed out on that, I'm sorry, but I think it's gonna come back maybe in the Blitz sphere, like the Christmas thing, the snow globe event. So hopefully you guys can pick up a Chieftain around that time if it does come back. It's not a guarantee. So here, I mean, I always go where my team goes, and I saw they were going to A, so I'm not even going to bother trying to go to C myself. You always want to play with your team, and yeah, unless you have a tuning partner and you know you can win a side with both of yourselves. But in more mobile tanks, I'd recommend, not heavies. So I'm going to just check their spawn really quick, because I mean, I saw the E5 already going. I just spotted the Conqueror. What's going to be here? The Grow and the Waffle. So I just want to see if I can get the back end of them, but then I see the Waffle just woke up as soon as I aimed at him, which is unfortunate because I would have loved to free farm without taking that shot of damage, but it doesn't matter. I'll just finish him off here. I get another HE shot right here, and I was not going to pop the reactive because it's not worth for one shot. The reactive armor is more for if you're gonna know you're gonna absorb a bunch of damage, not just one shot of damage. And I was willing to try to face hug him there, make it a hard pen. So I mean, we pretty much flip spawns, the enemy team and our team. So I get a shot here in the E5, and I'm just gonna keep going for the seed cap because I want the ultimate crossfire on their balcony. And I think I'm able to achieve that if they decide to push B and our IS-8 in town, because they're gonna kill the E50. It doesn't matter if I get to that balcony right now, but it's gonna matter later. As you can see, the IS-8 is gonna be around the B cap through the minimap. Our team is more centralized towards that B cap and the A side, so I can definitely rain down some good shots here. And it's all about being patient and getting better positions and trying to rush and help your team right away to win games, because you're gonna put yourself in a really bad position just playing with your team. You want to open up angles, so like my team was shooting the conch, and then I opened up another angle, and now I'm shooting behind him, so he has nowhere to run. So as you're gonna see here, I put another HE shot, and then he dies to a tank right here, to the E100. So it was a good crossfire there, but I'm worried that these guys aren't gonna survive that long. I mean, it's a even, you see the 2v1 on that side with SCB, the YAG, and the E100. So I was thinking that we were gonna be safe there, but as you're gonna see, we're gonna end up losing this game because the STB just destroys the E100, and then the YAG can't do anything about it, and then the Progetto ends up helping the STB. So that 2v1 in our favor, that they're losing ends up being a 3v1, as you can see, and then our 1A3 is just standing in the middle of nowhere, doesn't know what to do. Probably a newer player, and yeah, he's just watching everything unfold, and the IS-8 loses a 1v1 to the E5. I was trying to help him out, but I didn't want to give out my position because I thought I was going to need it. But in hindsight, I probably should have dropped a little bit more. I get the kill on the E5, but at that time already, the team's already dead, so the guns were already pointing at me. And here I tried to survive, but he had a shot on the, it was a good shot on my hole, so it was going to be a really tough game to win. And the 1A3 misses after watching our entire team get eliminated, which is really unfortunate. If we had just a little bit of a better team, I think we could have pulled that one off. Just a little bit, not by much, just a little bit. So our E6 doesn't do the best, and yeah, our team wasn't really the greatest, but we still could have won that if we just had a little bit of a better team in the end game. I also could have, I think, played better in terms of just helping out my IS-8 a little faster. I just thought I was going to have a little bit more available shots as we were crossing, but they were getting unspotted. So that was a little bit unfortunate. And I didn't want to throw blinds just because, I don't know. I didn't think I would hit them in that scenario as they were just driving by. Like, it wasn't worth it for me. Like, in case I needed a shot in the E5 if he decided to cross in front of me or something. So here in Faust, I mean, I decide to just tell these guys to let's play kind of towards this like D side, C side, which I rarely do, but I don't know, if I'm in like a heavy tank and I see they have some good heavies too, usually what the enemy team does, they do like playing heavy side, and I was pretty confident now knowing that the VK was at C. But you're going to see this VK gets absolutely obliterated. I don't even think I put one shot of damage into him before he's exited back into the lobby. So I'm going to keep pushing here. I put a blind just in case there's a heavy tank like the concept there or something. But it turns out there's no one there, and it's just a VK solo at the bottom. So I'm going to see what I can spot at the top. So here's the concept. And why not? I'm going to trade with this guy. Just for the heck of it. And I'm gonna get a good shot here. He doesn't think I have a shot, but I have the slightest shot on his upper plate. Very slight shot, so put the shot there, and now we're just gonna push. I mean, our heavies have the initiative. They want to get these eliminations, and I'm not gonna stop them. I'm just gonna go with them. And the map's pretty much flipped, and it could be the same deal with the enemy team. They're doing that to us, so I'm gonna try to get the kill here fast. But I don't want to take any shot because I might need an end game in case things go south on the other side. But they're not pushing that much. So here, I just should have shot the 215B, to be honest, because I saw the 907, and what you always want to do is eliminate the faster tanks, the ones that you can't get to, as easy as a heavy tank. So I tried to put in the 907. I would have had that blind shot, but it was just bad timing. The IS-4 stepped into the shot. So I just should have shot right away. 907 actually hits a pretty good shot on me here. Again, RNG right there, went for the side plate, went up a little more, but the Chieftain's not knowing a snapshot on the move, so. I see the standard B, I put a headshot in him, and then I just keep pushing. 215B was already ready for me, ready to pre-aim, but I didn't even know, and he just bounced, so. I'm just gonna trade with him. Again, I was seeing if I could hesh him here, but I couldn't, so I'm just gonna put some track shots, and I didn't know that I left myself open there, but it didn't matter anyways. We're gonna have triple cap. The game's pretty much over, so I don't mind trading with him here. He tries to shoot me. He should have just shot the IS-4, but I decided to eliminate him there, and the game's over. The game is over. I didn't get as much farm as I could have, but I think we played the game as safe as we could have, which isn't too bad either. Again, if you're trying to win, which is the whole sole purpose of playing pubs. So here, I mean, I probably should have loaded premium. I didn't know this tank's traverse was that insane, and now I'm not gonna be able to put out another shot of damage, so that's the game, and that's it. Our team was actually pretty good. They held pretty good, and then our other tanks got to the fight really quick. So there's not really much I can say about that. It was just a nice clean victory. Again, okay, yeah, I did drop to 98 here. Okay, cool. Because at 99, and then I went to 67 career, and then I dropped down a bit. I think I was watching the shot on the W side here, seeing what happened. Yeah, that was just, I should have shot premium, and I think that was it. I just didn't realize Traverse was that insane. I feel for the Chieftain, for it to be absolutely like broken, the only thing I'd probably give it is speed boost. That's it. Cause I'm not sure. It may be a bit faster than the 215B, but if it had like the engine boost, it'd probably be insanely broken. It'd be a better 215B in my opinion, cause it can go hold down effectively. That's just the only thing I think that stops the 215B from being broken as well. It's just the ability to not have that gun depression just hurts the tank. So again, I like trying to take hold down spots, so I'm going to try to go to this hold down spot before going to the A cap to try and stall them from going A, or to spot them up so we can nuke them. I'm not heavily supported here, but I believe the TP shot, so I just crossed right away, and if he didn't, it didn't matter. I was going to take 1 or 2 shots max to get the best positioning. A lot of people don't like taking shots. I don't either, but if it can get you a really good position and you know it's going to get you a lot of damage, go for it. I mean, it's going to be 1 or 2 shots. You're going to have a good position, and you're going to definitely be able to put that back and more into the enemy team. So here I'm going to trade with the Chieftain because it doesn't matter. We just need this kill because they're demolishing the medium side. They already got 1 kill, and they're pushing onto the medium here, the Progetto, so he's gonna get eliminated soon, and he does. But we're tied here, and I'm pretty confident in our team winning this game just because we got the 215B low, and this TP can't run away without getting eliminated here by us 3 heavies. So I was going to go down and get a shot on the TP, but the TP and the E5 had that, and I trusted them to get the kill, the elimination, I'd say. And the 215B, I thought he ran away completely from the fight, but he does a pretty good job here installing B. But I'm just not even gonna peek to him. I'm gonna make him push me or just waste time. I got the B cap. The game's not out of reach anymore. Well, as out of reach in terms of cap control, so I'm gonna see if I can pick up the kill on the 215B since their team is more centralized on the right side of the map. So I thought he was gonna stay here, but he's definitely a smarter player than I anticipated. So I get the kill on him, and I'm gonna shoot the Kampfpanzer on the move, and I'm gonna make it a little bit easier for my team to get these kills in spawn now. And I believe this was the last shot of damage I had in the game, just because they wanted to play the spawn, which is completely fine. I mean, they're trying to win the game. So yeah, I got a really unlucky bounce you're gonna see here on the bat shot. I was really patient on the shot too. Actually waited a little bit longer than I needed to there. And I get the bounce because he just pulled back. Just that slight pull back at the end was just a slight difference of me penning and bouncing the shot. I wanted to shoot the Kampfpanzer here, but that's fine. I'll take the 263, and then they're gonna eliminate the bat shot. So it was a messy game in terms of just us having to move around the map at the end of the game a lot, but we did what needed to be done to get the win. So not the best game because, you know, we had to travel for a lot of our damage towards the end, and we didn't get any at the end there on the 3 tanks, but we'll take the win, of course, because my win rate definitely needs that right now. You know, looking back at these games, I'm not sure if I even lost. I think I lost 1 game out of all these. I believe I lost 1 game. We'll see here to refresh my memory, because remember I played this a couple days ago. Was this? Yeah, this was the last game. Yeah, this was the last game. So I don't like playing dunes if a heavy tries to go left, because I just don't want to deal with that, and faster tanks circling me if our team dies early. So I'm just going to play the left with the IS-7, but I'm not going to over rush because they can also be here and wait for you. So I see the Minotauro. I just play for the spot early to see if any tanks are coming. And then as soon as I'm kind of unspotted, that's when I'm going to book it and try to get behind this Minnow, because I think that was the only thing that I spotted so far. And it could be a little risky, but you're going to see here I'm going to use this building to my advantage. So if they do have anything covering him like a 183 or any tanks in spawn corner, I'll be completely safe from it, since I'll be using these buildings towards my right and not going directly behind him. So again, I'm checking the hash pen here, seeing if it's any good, but it's not. So I'm just going to finish him here, I think within the next shot, because the 183 gets a really good shot here. And I get the finish, just pen HE there, and everything else is on the right. I still don't know where the 183 is, and I didn't look at my minimap here, but I guess he was looking at the guys on my left. But as you see, that's the benefit of using the buildings. If you make a push like that, you won't get shot if they're in the corner left, or if there are people sitting where the 183 was. So I'm gonna make the intelligent play here, and I'm not gonna just full YOLO this guy. I'm gonna go hold down on him so he has an insanely tough shot on my cupola. And I wiggle my turret last second just to make it a little bit harder for him to pen, and he was able to bounce that. So I get a hash pen here on the 183, and my thinking right here is just I need to get the cover as soon as possible, because they can rain down free shots. We're all spotted and they're all unspotted. So I'm going to try to get to some safe soft cover soon. And the E5 is going to over peek here. He doesn't see me, so I'm going to put in a nice track shot. Would have been nice for the ammo rack to just go off, but I'll take the damage. I'll just take the regular standard damage. So here I go for the cupola of the 215B, and I was able to hit it. And I'm seeing if I can get another shot on the E5, but he's looking at me now, so that's going to be impossible. So what I decide to do is I get another shot on the E5. Is not paying attention again. I roll max roll with the premium AP. So I'm sitting at 3k right now. That's an okay game so far, but I want to make this game legendary, right? So I was noticing there was something out of the fight, and I wanted to push towards the right side, but then lo and behold, it's the Carl 45T. How could I forget? So I'm going to play with a 62A here, and I think I misplayed right here a little bit, because I was switching for Hesh and AP, and I switched again to Hesh, but it didn't go, so I just decided to shoot my shot, and that went to Narnia, so that was just really bad. So I put a shot in, and then the 62A finishes him, and then I put a shot in 215B before he gets to cover. And so the damage is racking up, right? Slowly but surely. But there's still a tank out of the fight, and I still have no idea where he is, so I don't want to like just YOLO in on this 215B, as tempting as it is. So I'm just going to keep just peeking him in and out. As he shoots, I'm going to back up, make it tough for him, and once I'm reloaded, happy to trade with him. But he's deciding to shoot someone else, I think, or he's just completely missing me because of the lack of gun depression. So this is where the 215B struggles against Chieftain, is if it's like in a hold down fight, the Chieftain's always going to win it. But flat ground, 100% of the time, the 215B is going to win. So I pick up the 215B, and our team's doing a pretty good job on the left. So I'm like, where is this last tank? Is he like trying to run, maybe try to win the game? But then I see he's just AFK. So here, I mean, I'm sitting at 6k now with that shot, and he was able to get me to 7k. So thanks for being AFK, I appreciate it. And I think this last shot I just load hash. If I had waited for 2 hash shots here and not shot the one before, I would have threw the 7k, because I just shot him and then I went for the hash, so I wouldn't waste time in terms of DPM. So I think I made the best play. I got the 7k. I was able to make this entire session as a whole just pretty good overall. So it was a nice game to end it off, and thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate the support, the likes, and the views, And catch you guys on the next one. Let me know what you want me to play. See ya.